this epic contest with the virtuosa herself, the woman who carried the Knockouts division on her back through much of the most tumultuous times of Impact Wrestling, through the pandemic when there were empty buildings, when she had to persevere, a legacy built on a path of perfection that has honed match after match after match, and that continues at Rebellion.
The Knockouts taking center stage here at Rebellion, and the Impact Wrestling Knockouts are spotlighted in the brand new issue of Pro Wrestling Illustrated. The new issue of PWI features the first ever all Knockouts cover, plus a 10-page article and plenty of Knockouts photos inside. It's available digitally now via pw-online.com, and you can pick up your physical copy at newsstands everywhere this Tuesday, April 18th. Jordynne Grace finally getting her contractual rematch for the championship after coming up short against Mickie James at Hard to Kill.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is for the Knockouts World Championship, except for one fall. When the bell rings, your referee, Daniel Spencer. Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of this Rebellion main event, the winner will be crowned the new Knockouts World Champion. First in the corner to my right, from Hackettstown, New Jersey, the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo. Her opponent in the corner to my left, from Austin, Texas, Juggernaut Jordynne Grace.
As you mentioned, two women who their rivalry in 2020 was one of the primary reasons why the Knockouts were center stage for Impact Wrestling and sustained this company during the pandemic. During that time, Purrazzo went 2-0 against Grace in singles matches. First at Slammiversary 2020, and also the first ever 30-minute Knockouts Iron Man match at Emergence 2020. This is the first singles match between these two in front of live fans.
And a sign of respect to start this contest off. And those of you who know the virtuosa as well as I do know that that's a rare sign from a competitor like Deonna. So that is how much this championship contest means to both these competitors.
Jordynne Grace now early in control. We talked about it a lot with Jordynne Grace in the lead up to April 1st. She was competing in the IFBB Pro Qualifier, which she won in her first attempt. The physical toll that it took on her body to prepare for that was one thing, and then ramping up to now, April 16th, this Impact Knockouts World Championship opportunity. It has been a massive undertaking for Jordynne Grace, but speaking to her earlier today, she says, I feel fantastic. I'm ready to go against Purrazzo.
Well, I mean, I can't stress enough to anybody that doesn't have any idea the limits you have to push your body to be in that peak shape for bodybuilding, that physical shape. Not only she was continuing to wrestle along that preparation path, but here, now she's had some time to recover, some time to get back in the game.
Going to the left arm early on here. Remember the Fujiwara armbar and, of course, the Venus de Milo of Deonna Purrazzo.
She is absolutely deadly. We know, if she can grab onto that arm, she can snap it. And if she does, she will walk out once again, Knockouts World Champion.
Snapping at the left arm of Jordynne Grace. Purrazzo hanging on. Suspicious by her absence is Mickie James, who was a very emotional address this past Thursday night on Access TV. She left her hat and the championship in the ring, which has led to some speculation that things might not be okay for Mickie James.
She did say that her plan was that if she couldn't compete, she would be here to hand the championship to whoever walked out the victor. But yeah, that image, that sight that we saw on Impact, it has led to a lot of questions about what is next for Mickie James.
Nonetheless, we focus on the match at hand, the Knockouts World Championship at stake between Grace and Purrazzo. Grace already favoring the left arm heavily, but Grace's power is working well here at this juncture.
That's always been Jordynne Grace's MO. She's had the toughness, the tenacity to fight through those things. Deonna Purrazzo, on the other hand, is a laser-focused technician. She will continue to find ways to grab onto that arm like a serpent trying to bear its fangs into its prey. Deonna Purrazzo will snatch your arm.
One of the most decorated knockouts in the history of Impact Wrestling.
Baiting Jordynne Grace in there for a second is the virtuoso.
Shoulders down and a kick out. Purrazzo makes it effortless at times. And look at this, using Grace's momentum and power against her. Hurricane Rana, and down goes Jordynne Grace, and a boot right to the skull.
There's a reason she's called a virtuosa. Can get you with absolutely anything.
Staying moonsault, but you get enough of it. Kick out at 2 there by Grace.
That's exactly what a virtuosa is, a master of many skills, and that is so apropos of Deonna Purrazzo. She can snap you in half. She can hit you with an incredible move like that moonsault. She has the power to boot.
Went for the kick there, caught there by Purrazzo along the apron. Oh, and a straight headbutt by Jordynne Grace.
That's right, Deonna tried to wrap up the arms of Grace. But there's the toughness, the tenacity, the strength of Jordynne Grace.
Now Grace full in steam, through the ropes and both women into the barricade.
And keeping her foot on the gas here. Oh! The jackhammer out on the floor. Purrazzo got planted.
The juggernaut jackhammer delivered by Grace on the outside of the ring. Watch this first, the dive. Both Grace and Purrazzo into the barricade, and Grace kept her foot on the gas.
Immediately followed up with that jackhammer, and now Grace in firm control of this championship matchup.
Here's the cover to win the championship and a kick out.
You know it's going to take more than that to put the virtuoso away, but you start wearing them down early, forcing your opponent to kick out. Right now, Grace feeling very confident. Can she keep her foot on the gas, keep in control?
Grace continues to try and shake some life into the left arm, something to keep an eye on.
That's the danger of Deonna Purrazzo. She will be laser focused on that arm, as you know.
Grace is trying to get Purrazzo back up to her feet. 2 women who've won the Knockout of the Year award in recent years. The standard bearers for the Knockouts division.
And I like to point out here, Tom, like, this is almost reminiscent of the match we just saw with Steve Macklin and Kushida. Grace almost taking the strategy of Macklin, getting control here, and now slow, deliberate power moves, using as little effort to expend as much damage as possible.
Cover, rushes into the cover, kick out here by Purrazzo.
That's the pace that Grace likes.
Another cover and a kick out by the virtuosa.
And throwing it, putting her hand, palm in the face of the virtuosa on that last cover there as well. Now Grace obviously feeling very confident. Maybe trying to have some fun at the expense of the virtuosa. I would caution against that.
And look at this power by Jordynne Grace. Stalling suplex here.
Absolutely unreal strength from the juggernaut.
This is incredible.
You hear the crowd here. That was a full 20 count in the air.
Jordynne Grace has been on the record, I'm better than I have ever been. Here's the cover to win the championship and a kick out. Grace believing that her championship run in 2020, that she has far surpassed that with her recent championship run, and then also the athlete that she is today.
I think there is no arguing that Jordynne Grace has absolutely turned herself into a pro wrestling machine unlike any other. But remember, she is in there with the virtuosa, the former champ who just demolished the elbow of Jordynne Grace.
Assaulting the left arm of Grace. Remember the Fujiwara armbar, perhaps the Venus de Milo.
Deonna Purrazzo has held World Championship gold, not just here in Impact Wrestling, in Ring of Honor, in AAA. She has accolades from all over the world, and for good reason.
Oh, knee right to the face. Side Russian leg sweep there by Purrazzo.
Oh, here it is, floating over.
And going for the Fujiwara armbar.
And she's got it. Grace in a bad place here.
Oh, and look at Grace trying to turn it over. Shoulder down just for a moment there. Purrazzo rolls through with a pump kick. Grace through the ropes.
Grace able to roll through there, saving herself, saving her arm and championship hopes.
A shot right to the midsection keeps Grace at bay.
Oh, wait, whoa, Tom. Deonna Purrazzo maybe looking.
Oh,
so Queen's Gambit on the ramp there.
On the ramp. All right, look at this. Purrazzo holding on to the top rope here, trying to escape the clutches of Jordynne Grace.
Grace looks like she might have been looking for an Alabama slam in response on the rampway. And whoa,
oh my God. Trying to launch Grace off of the ramp. A fall PCO took earlier in the night. Oh, and now Grace. Oh, moonsault off of the ramp.
Both competitors clearly willing to put everything on the line to get to the championship. Calculated offense. Take a look. The kick to the arm of Grace.
And then this. Look at this setup. The moonsault off of the ramp. Leveling Jordynne Grace on the outside.
Taking things to all new heights to continue this historic, unprecedented night here at Rebellion.
And the officials showing some leniency considering how big of a night this is. We must have a new Impact Knockouts World Champion. Preventing the Queen's Gambit is Jordynne Grace, and now Grace trying to use her power, taking off her feet. Jackknife cover by Purrazzo, no!
Great kick out there. Purrazzo, though, goes right back to the left arm. Oh,
and a flatliner into the Koji clutch.
Got Grace locked up, center of the ring. Grace.
Oh, wait a minute, look at Grace getting the shoulders of Purrazzo down and a kick out.
Good thinking from Jordynne Grace there. Not easy to turn that one around. It's not easy to think while you're being stretched like that.
Oh, boot right to the face there by Grace. Purrazzo in pursuit. Now trying to chase down Jordynne Grace. Oh,
God, back and forth here.
Heavy spinning back fist.
Loading up Purrazzo here.
Oh, jumped high on the shoulders, on the neck. It's Grace, the new champion, and a kick out.
That kick out got a little bit later. On that one, Tom, take a look as Jordynne Grace loads up Deonna Purrazzo, dropping her, like you said, high on the shoulder, high on the neck, but the Virtuosa digs down deep and stays in this one.
Now Jordynne Grace, center of the ring. She wants the Grace driver here on Deonna Purrazzo. Purrazzo trying to prevent it.
The Virtuosa fighting with everything she has. She knows Jordynne Grace very, very well.
Starting to burst into the top turnbuckle. Now Grace. Ripped off her feet there by Purrazzo.
Now maybe looking to look at the legs of Jordynne Grace. Grace fighting, though, the powerful legs of the Juggernaut.
Kick right to the face of Jordynne Grace, and now, it looked like Purrazzo was trying to set up for the figure four on the turn. Grace had an answer.
Drops the Virtuosa into a sleeper hold here.
This is shades of what happened to Mickie James at Hard to Kill. The speculation that Mickie James tapped that night.
A lot of controversy in that one. Virtuosa not going to give up very easily, I'll tell you that much.
Jordynne Grace wisely going back to the well, what she believed worked that night at Hard to Kill. Oh, man, you gotta be careful. Shoulders down there. Purrazzo nearly had Grace.
Drawing the pressure back, forcing Grace to kick out.
Oh
my God.
Both women's heads meeting.
The literal incarnation of great minds think alike, and these are two of the greatest minds and competitors in women's wrestling today.
Great respect here from the sold-out crowd inside the Rebel Entertainment Complex in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Our first time back in the 6 since 2019. What a night it's been thus far at Rebellion. Capping it all off with this Impact Knockouts World Championship match.
We've had one new world champion crowned already tonight. It's time to find out another.
Now Purrazzo off the ropes with another bump kick. This one caught by Grace. Open palm strikes. Oh, and the spinning back fist.
The tenacity of the Jordynne, but don't count out the virtuosa.
Grace absorbed it. Grace once more.
Look out, the athleticism of Purrazzo.
Oh, he brought down. Is it time for the Fujiwara armbar once again?
Looking to lock it in. Grace is fighting though. Squirming, trying to get to a rope. Deonna hasn't quite got it all the way back yet. And once more.
Shoulders down, kick out there by Purrazzo. Holding on to the left arm.
And now could be looking to tie her up in the Venus de Milo if she can get her arm all the way around here. Can she get it snatched in?
Venus de Milo by Purrazzo. Is Jordynne Grace gonna tap?
Grace has got nowhere to go. She's got to pull her entire body as well as Deonna Purrazzo's all the way to the ropes.
If anybody has the strength to do so, it's got to be Jordynne Grace. Gets her foot to the bottom rope.
Absolutely incredible strength from Jordynne Grace. Purrazzo, I know she's frustrated, but I also have to know she planned for this. She knows the strength of Jordynne Grace. She knows her opponent very well.
And now Grace preventing Purrazzo's plans.
Holding on to that rope, denying the virtuosa every chance she can get.
The official trying to get some separation between these two as Grace holding on to the top rope. Oh, big forearm blast. Purrazzo, cover the spine buster. Grace, cover for the championship kick out.
Deonna Purrazzo showing incredible resilience as she always does, always has. But Jordynne Grace knows she's within seconds of being Knockouts World Champion. She can smell it, she can taste it. Oh.
And now Grace just pummeling her opponent.
He's clubbing blows from the Juggernaut. Look out, Purrazzo taking off. The athleticism. Look out, look out!
Grace, driver, cover! Oh, and a kick out by Purrazzo!
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Not many, if any, have kicked out of the Grace driver.
Look at Grace loading up, nailed it. It was picture perfect, but Deonna Purrazzo digs down deep and shows why she is a multi-time world champion in women's wrestling. And now is the time that Grace, in her own way, needs to dig deep and find out what she needs to do to put Deonna Purrazzo away. Oh, God.
Big open palm strike, now trying to set up Purrazzo here on the top turnbuckle. I'm having flashbacks to Bound for Glory between Slavovich and Jordynne Grace.
Purrazzo fighting with everything she's got, knowing that everything is on the line.
Oh, now Deonna Purrazzo was going for a sunset pop. Got it in the middle of the ring.
And follows it up. Could it be?
Now follows up.
Good. She got it.
Queen's Gambit.
She got
Cover.
it. Is this it?
The age of the virtuosa has returned.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, and new Knockout World Champion, the virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo.
You talk about the epitome. You talk about the standard. If women's professional wrestling is a living, breathing organism, is the oxygen within its lungs. And one more time, she stands atop the precipice of the very best women's professional wrestling on the planet as your Knockout World Champion.
A magnificent effort tonight by both these women. The smile on the face of Jordynne Grace, knowing she's been through a battle. But Purrazzo had her number once again this evening at Rebellion.
An absolutely historic night, capped off by a historic victory for Deonna Purrazzo.
An unprecedented night in the history of major professional wrestling. Thank you for joining us tonight at Rebellion.